Hey, good morning. I am Captain Spicy Pants. It is April 7th, 2026. We are getting ready to do first contact day events on both PC and console and STO. However, something kind of dropped randomly. And yeah, so here we are. This is the Gral class, and it is a Command Scout science vessel. So, yet another science vessel coming to the game. It will be available starting today. So as soon as I would assume as soon as maintenance is done, it's going to be an Infinity Lockbox ship. So we're going to take a look at the ship and kind of go over it. So I'm going to pull it right here above my beautiful head. And yeah, so interesting layout about this and choices. It is a 4-2 weapon setup, 4-4, 2 aft, and definitely science vessel secondary deflector. Consoles are 2-4-5. This is typical of science vessels, and it has a commander science command, lieutenant commander universal pilot, but I think that's supposed to be lieutenant commander tactical pilot. I'm pretty sure this is once again an error that they'll come through and correct. I'm sure because it doesn't make sense to have lieutenant commander universal, lieutenant commander universal, lieutenant universal, instant universal. So I'm pretty sure that is a tactical seat right there where the universal pilot is, and it's decent seating. Not my pick for a science vessel. Again, this being command and pilot. I kind of see this being very good for a torp side build, right? Uh, that's pretty much how I would build this, but again, do what you want. Um, the console is called Full Active Stealth Action, or FASA for short. And it says passively, this console reduces damage from area of effect and damage over time. The ability on the console says it reduces your ship's threat while sacrificing weapon usage, but when it toggles off, so this is a toggle console, the save power is used to reset all your bridge officer abilities and reduce the damage you take for a brief period of time. So it sounds like we have another bridge officer cooldown console with some passive resistances to damage over time effects, space effects. So I guess you can couple that with Boimler or something. We'll just have to kind of take a look at it and see how good this console is and kind of go from there. So Starship trait, data breach. This is very interesting, and you'll notice I do have another tab pulled out up over here, and we'll go over that in a second. But it says activating any command or photonic officer ability launches a data probe which seeks out and reduces their damage and resistances to grant you the advantage of combat. Now, as far as I'm aware, as for years and years and years, there's only 3 photonic officer abilities, right? There's a photonic shockwave, there's photonic fleet, which technically is your ability, and then there's photonic officer itself. So technically, there's 2 officer abilities, and then photonic fleet for a science officer. But what I did kind of wonder is like sometimes STO and Cryptic have a weird way of like coding things and putting things together. So I'm kind of curious about this console if it's ever going to photonic ambush is ever going to like trigger this ability or not. I mean, it is a player used ability. It does come from the Lost Arena. It's just, again, is it possible that it could trigger it? I don't know. We'll have to do some testing for it, but just something that I was thinking of any possible like photonic space ability, and if the trait is actually going to work correctly or not. So just something to keep in mind. But that's what we have here for this trait. It is got a hull modifier 1, shield modifier 1.275. Not bad. Let's see. Nurse 75, base turn rate 19. So it's going to turn. It's it's a small ship. It's going to turn. Like I said, I think personally, I would build this as a side torp build. I just don't. There's not a lot of command or pilot abilities at all that trigger much of anything for absolute, just like a science build. So, but you can get a lot of use out of it if you're trying to build like a decent torp spread and some grav wells and a little bit of spores here and there or something, right? But like I think that's kind of how this ship is lined up. So, inspiration abilities, turn tide against all odds, battle preparation, typical command abilities, starship mastery package scout ship. So it's got weapon accuracy, exotic damage, weapon crit severity, increased healing. Admiralty stats 21, engine, science 59, tech 28. So, like I said, we're going to take a look at it on stream more. We may or may not get it ourselves. I don't know. Not a big fan of gambling, but you know, we'll probably buy it or something. So we'll see. We'll take a look at it and kind of evaluate it from there. So, like I said, I just wanted to throw this out there, quick little video before First Contact Day events start, because we are very interested in a Noble Intel battle cruiser when we get our hands on that. So, but in the meantime, I guess if you are looking for the next ship, I'm sure they'll talk about it more on stream today for Star Trek Online. But like I said, I just wanted to bring this up, give you all something to look forward to while you're waiting for the servers to come up. Theory craft your ideas. Let me know in the comments below. Remember, we are back to streaming and doing a lot of STO content, so we're back in full swing. But we are only streaming Monday and Tuesdays from 8 p.m. till midnight Eastern Standard Time. So that's our window. Be sure to come by, hang out with us, drop us a like, sub, all that good stuff. I'm not going to put any fancy whatevers. We're not doing that. Quick video, throwing it up, getting you the information. I'm out.